a lot of identities I shifted, a lot
Yeah.
of personalities, a lot of patterns I left on the road and I shed.
Hey, friend. Welcome to the Ready to Rise podcast. This is the podcast for ambitious, successful women who've checked off all the boxes: the career, the routines, the self-help books, and therapy. We've done it all. But if you're still feeling numb, stuck, or like you're just going through the motions, you're in the right place, because I've totally been there, and I've healed myself using the tools that I now teach. I got certified in them so that I could help other women do the same. I'm your host, Audrey Rose, a registered nurse and somatic life coach, and I'm here to help you stop just coping, stop just going through the motions, and actually start feeling good again in your life, feeling happy again. Each week, we explore nervous system regulation, emotional wellness, and rituals that are rooted in ancient wisdom, ancient practices, so you can stop just going through the motions and stop just getting by and start really feeling lit up and alive and fully plugged in again. This is about real happiness, the kind that fills your body, lights you up, and helps you create a life that you are obsessed to wake up for. So are you ready? Because I'm excited to help you feel like you again. You guys, I'm here with Rebecca, and she's just the sweetest person. You can already see it from like a mile away. I love this energy. I'm gonna just kind of hand it over to you and let you introduce yourself. And of course, like always, I always ask everybody the same thing, but I love to hear the story of how you got into what you're doing, because there's just always a story there, and I love to hear that.
Yeah, thank you so much for the nice compliment. I feel like you have the sweetest energy and I really enjoy this right now. So,
Yay.
yeah, I have a long story and I try to squeeze
Yeah.
it all in. I
Yeah.
always do this. So, it took me a couple of, let's say, road trips to come where I am right
Mhm.
now because I have one of those lives where I've been through everything all at
Yeah.
once and I really enjoyed it. Even though at the moment it was so challenging, right
Mhm.
now it feels good to be where I am. So,
Yeah.
to tell people who I am right now,
Yeah.
I'm a spiritual, motivational, and inspirational speaker. It took me a long road to go there, and a lot of identities I shifted, a lot
Yeah.
of personalities, a lot of patterns I left on the road and I shed. And now I finally am where I am. And this is not the destiny because I feel like,
Mhm.
the destination, I feel like we
Yeah.
all have so much to go and we never know. Our souls know, but we don't. So I been through a toxic family. So
Mm.
my upbringing was really formed by narcissistic abuse, and therefore
Okay.
I was in survival mode. I didn't know
Right.
because I thought this is just how I am. I'm a amazing people pleaser. I think if there would be a graduation for this, I'd be perfect. I had the best exams in this. So I'm I shifted out of this identity over time,
Mhm.
but being formed in this upbringing, I picked relationships, always abusive, toxic relationship, narcissistic
Yeah.
relationships. And through my life, I've been through emotional abuse, physical abuse, abuse, and sexual abuse. And I've been through the entire thing until 3 years ago. I basically got the final nudge from spirit because I truly believe in the universe. And if you don't, we all have this experience where we feel like we get this little roadblocks and we have to
Yeah.
readjust. So I feel like this is spirit giving you nudges, and there's other subtle, slightly nudges like the red flags or the things you see and you feel uncomfortable, the gut feelings.
Yeah.
There's negative feeling you have when you do something you know you shouldn't. This is basically your soul, your intuition telling you, like, don't do this, love.
Yeah,
But I
so true.
ignored those.
Sure.
So 3 years ago, I got a huge wake up call because I feel like when you ignore it, the more you ignore it, the nudges get
Hmm.
stronger and stronger, and you maneuver yourself in really uncomfortable situations until I always joke, I got hit by a brick because
Really
it
though?
felt like this.
Oh, it felt
No,
like
it
it.
was
Okay.
a physical,
I was like, oh my gosh.
it was a spiritual brick, but
Yeah.
overnight, I lost my home. I lost my
Oh
relationship of
God.
12 years.
Oh my
Uh,
gosh.
he took my business. He emptied my bank account. He made debt in my name.
No.
And I was there in the middle of Greece by myself while I had my dog. And I was just there without nothing.
Wow.
This, ladies and gentlemen, is when you ignore spirit.
Yeah.
So, but honestly, it was a blessing in disguise. I always thank Spirit for this because this was the best which could ever happen. Spirit handed me a second chance, and I truly, truly am grateful for this. So,
Wow.
this actually got me in on my journey because then I realized, oh, I need to build self-love. I don't have self-love. And from
Sure.
there, it was self-worth, boundary setting. It was recognizing that I had so much healing to do. And
Yeah.
after that, I started my fifth business, this business. And
Oh my
I
gosh.
learned there again because life is a learning lesson, a huge lesson,
Hmm.
and it's
Hmm.
beautiful. You just have to see it this way. So I learned from this, and I went through a lot of burnouts to recognize that
Sure.
this doesn't work for me, that I needed to shift in divine feminine energy, that I was truly recognizing that I was in survival mode.
Yeah.
Because through the majority of my life, I was in survival mode, didn't
Yeah.
even recognize this. And I think most people don't know. And once I recognized, this is actually amazing because now you know what to do. Beforehand, you don't really know. You're kind of lost and you just work the baby steps.
Okay, friend, I know those days where my mind just won't stop. I can't fall asleep, and then I'm just exhausted, anxious, grumpy, all of it, right? This is usually when I know I need to reset my nervous system. For me in the past, I used to try the affirmations and all the personal development books and talk therapy and all of the things, but it never worked. So finally learning the somatic healing tools that actually regulate my nervous system has seriously changed things. So I put together a happiness bundle for you. It's literally 3 guided practices in under 30 minutes each. I walk you through each one, and these are literally nervous system regulation practices that are proven to help you reduce cortisol levels, reduce your stress, so you can finally get better sleep, think more clearly, and just feel more calm overall. I walk you through each one exactly so that you will know, like, step by step what to do. It's an on-demand video, and again, it's 3 of them: EFT tapping, sound bath, and breath work, all in under 30 minutes each. So if you are ready for that feeling where you just finally feel like yourself again, you feel like you can access the happiness that's all around you because your nervous system is more regulated, go and grab the happiness bundle now. I want to give it to you for $11. It's in my show notes below, or if you go to my Instagram bio at Hello Audrey Rose, it's right there in the link in bio. And just get it for $11 with code happiness at checkout. And I cannot wait to hear how good this makes you feel.
But then I finally knew and I could heal myself. I could unravel and peel back the layers and go to the root. And when I did this, I connected to my divine feminine energy. And this is basically where abundance lives, where
So
your
good.
natural state of bliss, happiness, fulfillment, abundance, love lies and lives. And I want people to know this. I want people to
Yeah.
feel this the same way. Because
Yeah.
once you know survival mode, you think this is life. And you're okay
Mm-hmm.
with bare minimum because you don't know how it could be.
Mm-hmm.
But once you tap your foot into abundance and how life can be,
Yeah.
you're instantly addicted. Really.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay. And I know that somewhere along the way you found human design, right? So
Yes.
like tapping into that, tell us a little bit about that because I think I've only had one other human design, expert or coach, if you will, on the podcast before. So we'd love to hear about that too.
Oh, how nice. Yes, I actually, 3 years ago, when I lost everything, I thought, well, I might as well re engineer what happened and
Yeah.
see maybe it was on my side because a strong believer. No matter if the other side is toxic or narcissistic, you are
Right.
always a mirror to this. And it's the truth.
Sure.
Our reality is our inside world. So we mirror what
Yeah.
is inside of us. And I was like thinking, okay, so where do I start? Because before that, I had no idea whatsoever.
Right.
So I got my spiritual awakening. I had a huge, long night, dark night of the soul, and
Oh.
it was really not fun, but
Yeah.
it taught me valuable lessons because while
Sure.
in there, I learned to sit in this and I learned
Right.
to use so many different tools. And it was an intuitive nudge. It was from my soul
Mm.
because, quite honestly, I've never done any of this. I'm curious by
Yeah.
nature, so I look at everything, and I was really into psychology at this moment because I wanted to understand myself. And I think for
Yeah.
everybody who's listening right now, this is a wonderful place to be. Because once you want
Hmm.
to fix yourself, you're really curious and you dig deeper, and
Yeah.
Spirit is handing you little side notes along your way and little
Yeah.
nudges towards the right direction. So you just have to
That's
be
so
open
true.
to listen to this. And
Yeah.
I received those. So I got into a lot of variety of tools, from psychology tools, which I really love, to spiritual tools like
Yeah.
the inner child work and shadow work, goddess healing, and to everything: somatic breath work,
Oof.
tapping.
Oh my gosh, my favorites.
Yes, I think this is the beautiful thing. We have such a variety, and
Yeah.
you can pre select what you want to work
Yeah.
with. And for some people, it resonates really deeply, and for others, it doesn't. And it's
Right.
okay because this is the
Right.
amazing part. You pick what works. And if it doesn't work 100%, it's okay because you make it
Yeah.
your own. You just mix and match, and it's
Yeah.
perfect. For example, breath work is something which works for me and it resonates. And I really love the tantric breath work because it connects with me on a really deep level, and it connects with my
Yeah.
second chakra, which was blocked.
Oh,
And so it's unraveling hidden blockages and removes them while I do this.
this is so, you are like so divinely led. I can feel it. Like this is so cool. I was just telling my friend before getting on this podcast episode, I was like texting her this morning and I'm like, I feel so blocked personally. Like currently just there's a lot going on, stress and all of that. And as you're talking, I am just getting downloads like crazy just about my path and things I need to, do. And it's just so cool because it's like I can feel it just from your connection right now. I'm like I can feel like this safe place. Like it's so beautiful. So,
Oh,
you're just giving me chills. I love these conversations.
thank
And I like
you.
how you're talking about just, finding the things that work for you. I would, if you want to dive in, if you remember some of your story, but kind of like those spiritual breadcrumbs. Like I know for me, it was so cool and I resisted this, which is why I kind of want to spend a minute on it for the audience.
Mhm.
But when I was going through that journey, I resisted it a lot. Like a book would fall off a shelf at the store, right? And I would be like, that's weird. Like I got to get out of here. But then
Mhm.
when I started leaning into that and like the next time like a book fell off a shelf or something weird happened, I would be like, let me read that book. probably there's something in there for me. Or, inside a book, it would talk about a certain type of yoga or a certain type of, chakra work. And I would lean into that. And that would give me my next step to my next step. Like, it's just crazy how it works. So if you want to tell us a little bit so that the audience listening can know like how cool this is and lean into their own path.
Isn't this crazy? The most
Yeah.
healing things we resist. It's just how
So
we
true.
are wired. It's
Yeah.
we get really scared of doing this, and it's like this
Yeah.
intuition. This I'm staying in my safety zone, in my comfort zone, because here it's safe. At least I know what I have. It's
Yep.
this limiting belief we impose on ourselves, while outside there's everything: healing, abundancy, love, manifestations, dream life fulfillment, everything we desire, and still we resist.
Yeah.
And I had this too. Honestly, there are so many moments in my life, but the one which I feel like was the most painful was actually when I connected with my purpose.
Ooh.
Because I feel like purpose is something so important. And for me, it's a guiding thread. Purpose is my guiding thread. It's so important to me, and it's what keeps me thriving and pushing
Yeah.
forward. And I knew
Yeah.
it. I deeply knew it, but my subconscious knew it. My conscious didn't want to ignore it, didn't want to
Sure.
see it. I ignored it for so long, and it's probably my ego as well. So for
Yeah.
me, it was like finding reasons why I couldn't do this. It's like, no, it's so hard to do this. No, I'm not meant for this. Maybe
Yeah.
I should. And so subconsciously, I created offers which avoided what I should have done. And it was tiptoeing around this. And it's like, do
Yep.
you know this little maze fields where you go through this maze basically, and you run in circles until you really come to the place where you should be?
Yeah.
This was me tiptoeing
Yeah.
around this for so long until I recognized, oh, this is what I'm supposed to do. Oh, this is what I should step in. And this is the healing I need to do to
Yeah.
finally go there. And it was
Absolutely.
this little signs like tarot cards, like books, people who talked to me about something. It was everywhere. Numbers, angel numbers. I'm really connected to the ascended masters and my
Oh,
angels. So I got always the same message and the same message
so
until I was like, I
cool.
don't want to hear it anymore.
Sure. Wow. I love this so, so, so much. You have no idea. And I think it's so cool, like how you just touched on this. Like, I think really when we go within and we use these different tools, any of the tools, whatever ones resonate with you, and then we start to learn more about ourselves, we can start to find our happiness again, truly, because we start to feel so connected and we're so divinely led at that time that it's easier, like in a way you kind of can listen in, lean in, trust the intuition, and if you follow that, we can cut out so much of this, so much of the middle, wasted time, and it really does bring us into that like happiness in our life.
Yes, it's
Love
true.
it.
And I believe it's once you're aligned, you're in your divine natural energy, which is either
Yeah.
your divine feminine energy or your divine masculine energy. Whatever your soul shows pre time before you went to on earth, because it's
Yeah.
already chosen for you. It's basically written in the stars. So
Yes.
you come to this earth and we forget our natural state. We start
Yeah.
to try to fit in. We start to blend in, dim our light. We start to shift into survival mode or shift into the masculine energy or even a unhealed
Mhm.
toxic masculine energy,
Mm.
because it feels like society pushes us towards this. And
Yeah.
it's not our fault. However, I believe if you have this information and you stay in this energy,
Right.
then it's your fault because we have a choice. And I feel like you can shift. It's not the easiest. I'm not saying it's the easiest,
Yeah.
but once you shift it, you changed your frequency, because
Hmm.
obviously when you're aligned, when you're in your natural state, when you're so the way you're meant to be, you're working in a higher energy, in a higher frequency. And manifestations, abundancy, great gratitude, it's all in the higher frequencies, with
Yeah.
love, self-love, abundancy, with happiness, bliss, it's all there. So once you shifted your energy to a higher energy, there's no way you receive the negative energies like fear or anger or doubt, because you're already up there. I'm not
Yeah.
saying you have to stay in this energy forever, because we're humans. So at the end of the day,
Mhm.
we shift back and forth, and there are moments where we doubt ourselves and where we fear something, and when stress gets the best out of us, and it's okay. But we got these tools so we can bring us back to this frequency where love and happiness lives.
Yes. Oh my, you have just explained so perfectly. Like in my membership community in the Rise Sisterhood, we are talking about this right now, like literally the frequency of joy and how to kind of shift into that through for us, and what I preach in there is a lot of nervous system regulation, a lot of the breath work and tapping and all of that to clear the blocks and to get into that frequency. And you have just like summed up so perfectly what we're trying to say. And I love this. I absolutely love this conversation. I would love to ask you, like where everybody can find you and how we can work with you, like what we can do so that we can expand our frequencies and come into this higher knowing, this higher level.
Oh, you're so sweet. Um, I'm on Instagram, and
Okay.
you can find me at Rebecca Pilger. And I do have my website in the link, so you can connect with me there. And I do have a newsletter, which is the Soul Message newsletter. I share things which are just currently on my heart. It's usually things that happened to me, or little revelations I had, and rituals, or little helpful tips I go through myself, and I feel like, oh,
Yeah.
this, I discovered this for myself, so I want to share this. And I have my podcast Soul Desire, where I share some of my own healing journey, and I have guests there, so they share their healing journeys and their spiritual insights.
Oh, so good. Thank you so much. I cannot say enough. Like I could talk to you all day and I love this conversation. So thank you again.
Thank you so much. It was so wonderful talking to you.
Thank you for tuning in to another amazing episode of the Ready to Rise podcast. It means so much to me to have you here and to get to share all of this with you. If this one resonated, literally just send this to a friend, share it with her right now, because there's so many women out there who really need this information. And I would also love it if you could take a quick screenshot, throw it up on Instagram, tag me at Hello Audrey Rose so that I can connect with you and get to know you. But thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you so much. Have a blessed and beautiful day, and I will see you next time.